Hello. Welcome to Mind Your Business. I am Amma Duncan, founder of the Fabulous Woman Network. I love to help my clients, who are usually individuals or organizations, to accomplish what they thought was impossible through training, coaching, consulting, mentoring, events, writing, and many, many more. And this show, Mind Your Business, is my weekly podcast where I get to sometimes sit at the feet of fabulous men and women. Yes, we've had a man and we will likely have some more. Or sometimes I just share my thoughts or teach on something. And today I have the privilege of supporting a very fabulous woman who also happens to be in my mastermind, one of my masterminds, which is a business mastermind. She has an amazing story to tell. She's actually, just sit tight for her story. I'll introduce her shortly. And she will share her story and also encourage us to be part of what it is that she's doing, that the Fabulous Woman Network is supporting as well. So let me just give a brief. 28th May is Menstrual Hygiene Awareness Day, and her organization is doing something beautiful for some young students in her community. And the Fabulous Woman Network is keen on supporting her. And so I want to encourage you to listen to this interview. And I also know that you'll be blessed. You'll be blessed by this. So let me read the bio of our guest for today. Her name is Barbara Acquah. She is from New Edubiase in the Adansi South District of Ghana. She's a teacher by profession at Atobiase DA Basic School in the Adansi South District. Barbara is also the CEO of Banayes Schools, a pre and primary school that caters for children from 3 months old to 8 years old. Further, she's the face behind Buttons, a beaded accessories online shop, and April Modista, which also caters for everything headpiece. Finally, and this is my favorite, she is the baker, your sexy baker at Loaf Loverz, which caters for all kinds of healthy breads and pastries. Barbara likes to read, listen to good music, and write. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't met her already, let me introduce you to the Barbara Acquah. Hello, the Barbara Acquah. It's good to have you on Mind Your Business.
I like the way you mention my name.
You are a star.
Lovely. I like it.
You are a superstar. It's really a privilege to have you here. And, of all the different things that you do, I think the one that tickles me most is your sexy baker. I am so happy I have eaten your bread for myself. My mom has eaten it. She sent some to her church. She went to speak something. Wow. She gave it to them, the ladies. It wasn't even enough. And, I remember opening the freezer and taking out 3 slices and thinking, hey, very soon it will get finished. I was in pain already. I mean, I think that what you bake is especially specialized baking, not just the regular bread, but it's as if you know us, you understand us, and you are there for us. And when I say us, I mean people who are trying to reduce the carbs. For a lot of us, our food already has a lot of carbs, so we are making an effort to reduce the carbs. We are still eating the carbs, but a little less than before. So that we can manage our waist size.
Yeah.
So I have to commend you for that. But I'm interested in the story behind this brand name, Your Sexy Baker. How did this happen?
Okay, so during COVID, I was home. For whatever reason, my bed partner wanted that. You have to bake. You know how to do so many things, but you don't know how to bake. So one day I went to Melcom and I bought some stuff to come and bake. My first baking was a disaster. I mean, it was bent off.
Bent off.
So I did the second one, the same thing. Then I said, Charlie, this one is not my talent. I can't do it. Then COVID happened and I had a lot of time on my hands. And I don't sleep. So I needed to do something different from whatever I do. Then I'm in one group, and then one lady there said that, okay, so now there is Zoom. I want us to learn how to bake through Zoom. And I think we took, is it 30 or 35 CDs each? I know that's what we paid. She wanted to buy data and all that, so she taught us how to bake it. I started baking, and I realized I was enjoying it. Then I heard somebody say something like mango bread. I'm like, mango bread. How do the two come together?
I know, right?
Then I asked her that, look, this thing you call mango, are you sure it's mango or you have named it mango? She said it's mango. Then she sent me the recipe. So I did it for my husband then. And then he was like, this one day, let me taste another one. Then I'll know whether it is nice or not. By the time I realized
it was finished.
I was like, you said you are tasting the thing then. I didn't mind him. Then I took some to my spiritual mom. And she also distributed to some of our friends. So one of them ate it and was like, please, I'm ordering 4. And I said, no, I'm not selling. Then, my spiritual mom, Mrs. Shikata, she's like, please, we are selling. Why? I said, Mommy, I'm not selling. Then she said, we are selling. I'm like, no, I don't bake. This one is just something I did. So we're arguing. Then, when you start arguing with her, then she gives you a timeline. Okay, I'm giving you 3 days. Bring me a name of the company. It's not negotiable. It's not negotiable. So I had to go and look for a name for a business I didn't even want to do in the first place. So somebody said he wanted to taste it. And that day, for whatever reason, I was feeling myself, some small makeup be here and there, spots be here and there. And as I was going, my bedmate was like, hey, you look sexy. This one day, you are a sexy baker. So I was going, I'm like, okay, it's nice. I mean, I like the fact that I'm a sexy baker. Every baker is a baker, but then Barbara Acquah will be a sexy baker. So basically, that's how the name came about. But I wasn't even using it until. You said?
I'm saying we blessed him.
Yeah. I was not using it until recently. I think on Clubhouse. Then I had to write something, a profile or something. Then I just put it there. And people were asking about it. And then I think I put it on Facebook or something. And then someone sent an inbox that she wants to taste the bread of the sexy baker. So and I said, okay. Then so that's how the whole sexy baker thing came about. But with the breads, I tried to do, I don't like normal things. I don't like everything everybody likes. Yeah. That's me. Everyone likes red. I would want hot red. So like tomato red. Yeah. So everyone is doing bread. Everyone is doing cake. I tell my friends that I don't have that melancholic eye to do a cake. But bread, I can. Yes, because if I do and it's not perfect, I will not bring it to you. That's my problem. So you realize that by the time I bring the bread to you, it has to be perfect. I think that's the bad side of me. Because in my mind, I'm thinking that, okay, if I'm a client and I'm going to buy, I'm looking for this and that and that. I am caught mostly by packaging. So if your packaging is on point, I would buy. So I like to make sure that I give you the best, even in my little republic of New Edubiase.
Oh.
I've had people ask, you are in New Edubiase, but the things you do doesn't look like. I'm like, okay, the things in New Edubiase, how did they look like? But then I remember the guy who does our bags, Paul, iCreatives, he's very good. He said, Auntie Barbara, the ideas you bring, even me in Accra, I'm challenged too. I'm like, really? And you have to learn more to give me because the people I'm serving are people all over.
Mm.
I've had my bread eaten in Ho, Sugar Kope, Seshiyo. So I've had my bread go there. Last weekend, I had my bread go to Acquah and then Takoradi.
Mm.
It's a big deal for me. So and then I want my clients to also have that feel. What is so special about this bread coming to Edubiase?
Yeah.
So you are on diet or you want to keep whatever, I can give you the almond bread and then the coconut bread, the healthy oats bread. This weekend, I did an oats bread for somebody. I had to do some for myself. I couldn't kind of think, I was like, really, this thing is nice. I had to do some for myself. So that's how the whole thing started. But then it's been good. By the grace of God, yeah, we are working on it small. I'm hoping and praying that with time I improve. I'm not always correct like that, but then with time I'll improve on it and then we catch up with the world. Yeah.
Well, I love what you've made for me so far. My mom loves what you've made for her, and I know that some of your clients have given you very positive reviews. So what I have to say is, well done, and definitely keep it up, Madam Sexy Baker. I want to know just one aspect of you, but first, you give us an overview of you as a young person. Tell us the story of young the Barbara Acquah and some of the key experiences which have led to the lady we celebrate today.
Okay, to start with, I would say that I am the first of 6 girls and 2 boys.
Mm.
And then being the first girl, I always felt I had a responsibility to my siblings. And my dad I felt my dad needed me to be perfect. For whatever reason, my dad never showed it, but I felt the need to let him see that I was worth than being a boy, a girl than a boy, and I wouldn't disappoint him. So I tried to do everything get things done the way a boy would do. Mm-hmm. I remember in school, I didn't even like playing with the girls much. I'll talk to them here and there, but then I like being with the boys to know how they do their things. One time, to prove that I am stronger as a boy, I led my mates. I think we're from GSS 2 or 1 or 2. I led my mates to have a demonstration in the school.
Wow.
Because the canteen food was bad. And then we kept complaining. And it was like, we were just complaining in our classrooms. We did placards. And I just got up and told the boys that, look, you people are cowards. If you are brave like I am, let's take the placards downstairs. That time our proprietress was also on the compound. So that she sees, I want us to put it in front of her office. Then she would see. And surprisingly, we were afraid though, but we did it. And doing it, we got results. The food was better. So that that was it. I remember another time, my dad was a civil engineer. So he used to, especially on weekends, he used to do some of his carpentry works in the house. And I learned a lot about those tools. I think maybe that's why I technical in the training college. You would see my dad working with the hammer, the nails, and the rest, and I'm there with him. I remember one time he was trying to use the bitumen, and then I don't know, for whatever, he had to melt it, so it was on fire, and he had to put turpentine in it. And you know how it works. So I don't know how he did it, but it caught fire, and it was a serious thing. But I was just standing there and watching. Not afraid, because I felt that, that makes me like a strong girl and all that. So I believe at a point in time, the need to be in charge of things, the need to be responsible for things made me realize that, okay, I could also help others without even feeling guilty about it. So through school, we were at Atobiase. I've been in Obuasi almost all my life. Through school, and then I went to training college at Seshiyo. So there I saw a different set of people. I saw grades of especially when we went out for our out program, the kind of children we were teaching made me understand that I was privileged wherever I was coming from. The need to help them grew stronger, because those times there was this, I think the capitation had now started. President Kufuor had brought in the capitation and all that. And then one day, a boy in the class didn't have a pen to write with. And then I asked the boy to go and tell his dad to buy him a pen. And then the father came to the school very angry that the president said that he has given money for every child in the school. And so it is our duty and our responsibility to give the child books and pens and all that. I was frustrated. I was very disturbed because I felt a pen is a normal, common thing for a child to have. We were not rich, but we were okay. And you'd ask my dad for this, he'll give to you. You ask my mom for this, you get it. So finding out that it was difficult for a parent to buy a pen for the child was something else. So I made it a point that, okay, at least I can buy pens. I can buy exercises. So you look through the class. Anybody who cannot afford, the little you can afford, you buy and give to them. And then I realized that by doing so, most of the children were coming into school. Because now at least they'll get a pen, they'll get a book to write in and all that. So I was doing that, but I wasn't even serious. I didn't even think about it. Then I came to Acquah in the Adansi South District. Then when I came there, the situation in Acquah was worse. So you have children in the school, and even what they will eat was a problem. I remember one boy, I will never forget his name. It was Kenneth. The boy was he was good. But Kenneth he couldn't come to school often. And then at a point he was going down. Then we got talking and he told me that his father had given him in our town here, we call it one pool, like a small portion of a farmland, a cocoa farmland. And so the father doesn't give him money for anything, with the exception of evening meal.
Wow.
So he needs to work, till the land, then sell the cocoa, and then get money to come to school. So in times when the cocoa is out of season, it means Ken won't come to school. If he comes, he won't have money for food till evening. The stories I kept hearing they were disheartening. So, and there was little you could do, because those times you're collecting, I think, 70 cedis for allowance. Then by the grace of God, salary started coming. But I realized that my salary comes and then it's not enough to cater for all the children. And it's some way giving to one and not giving to the other. So I decided that, okay, then let's share. So at the end of the month, okay, so Gloria needs this, Abigail needs that, Dorcas needs this, Kennedy needs that, this one needs that. So you look at the most needed ones and then you try and get it for them. And the ones that I put in brackets wanted, I get them later. And that was how I started. It was just there, and it wasn't even a serious thing, but just the need to help these children. Because I remember when we were going to school, I don't remember ever worrying about a pen or something like that. But here I was in a situation where a common pen, an exercise book, was a big deal. And to get a parent to even buy 5 books for one child, it means responsible. That parent is in our settings very rich. So I think that is one of the reasons why I felt the need to maybe go out and do all these things. And then one thing I also want to talk about is one day, it was, I think, the 7th or 8th of March. This is about 6-7 years ago. It was a Saturday. There was a very big rainfall, very huge thunderstorms. And then the primary side of my school, I was at Acquah RCGHS. I was teaching technical skills there. And then the primary side, that's the Acquah RC primary. The roof, half of the roof fell off. And that time I was on social media. I had this group, DGG. We used to have a lot of funny stuff to talk about and laugh. So here I was, Monday morning, happily going to school. I get down and I see that half of our school roof is off. Hey! Then, for whatever reason, I just took pictures. And then I put in my group that this is what we woke up to. And everybody in the group was serious, because it meant that 3 classrooms plus the head teacher's office couldn't be used. The roof was totally off. So we had to, my group decided that then let's solicit for funds and then come and help out. Before that, they had, I just told them about this when they decided that, okay, let's give them books. So the year before, they had come to give the GHS exercise books, textbooks, a whole lot. That at that time, it was like 5,000, between 5,000 and 7,000 cedis. It was big money then. So they decided any amount you get is okay. So whatever amount we got, some were giving 1,000, some were giving 100, whatever amount you got. And we got, I think, 15,000 thereabouts. So it was on Facebook, and then one old student from Acquah, he's in the US, came down, UK. He said that in the UK, some of his friends called that, hey, your town on Facebook, that your school building is off. So Michael came down, wanted to also help. So he also brought like 5,000 at that time. So we had about between 20 and 25,000. Wow. And they brought things from Accra, paints, everything. I remember even the window frames, they brought it from Accra. Wow. And they gave Acquah RC Primary a very beautiful facelift. And it was one of the most proudest moments of my life. I felt like, okay, at least something nice is coming out of it. And I have a picture of one girl in the classroom who was admiring the wall. Maybe I will send you the picture. I'll look for it and send it to you. And the satisfaction I got with her looking at the wall, like I have a new wall, a painted wall, was everything for me. It was that was the whole thing for me. So I sort of felt, okay, so it means that with the little I have, the friends around, I can do little to help out. And then I was transferred from Atobiase, Acquah RC to Acquah DA, and then from DA to Atobiase. It's like the next town. These are Acquah, then Atobiase. Then you come to Edubiase, new Edubiase. That's where I live, actually. So I am in between Acquah and then Edubiase. So I commute every day. So I came to Atobiase, and the situation is the same. Most of the children are coming from very far places. You see, they are farmlands, so they are in mostly hamlets and cottages, like small places. And then the children come. So sometimes it's even a blessing to get a child to come to school. I remember a year or two ago, I shared a story about Philip. I called him on Facebook. I called him Arnold. By the grace of God, he's almost done with his apprenticeship as a driver's mate. He says he's almost done, yeah. And the children we have, or I have in my school, are the children who will have to go for snail hunting, especially this season. From December coming, they go for snail hunting, mushroom hunting, just to get money to feed themselves. And sometimes their parents and their family members. They are the children we teach. They are the children I have in my school. They are the children who, they don't have anything. Today, for instance, when it was time for break, I had about 3 boys in my class, and I told them to go for break. They went and came back. I said, go for break, go and eat. Then they said that, Madam, we have school feeding program in our school. Unfortunately, today they didn't come. Then I was like, meaning. So one of them was bold enough to say that, Madam, we didn't bring money to school. So we were hoping that they will come and then we'll eat. It wasn't a nice feeling at all. So automatically, you would have to dip your hand inside your pocket and get them at least one cedi to buy something else to eat until they go home. That is how bad the situation is in our school. And I hope I'm not talking to my camera. So yeah, that is the whole thing. And in such situations, I have most of the girls getting doing other stuffs to get money to go by. And these stuffs are not funny stuffs. One of them that pains me a lot during the COVID season. One girl from my class, I was teaching class 5 then. I wasn't seeing her. Once in a while, you go into Atobiase town to find out. We're doing the reading program to find out how the children are doing and all that. And I wasn't seeing her. I'd ask about her and I will not see her. And then one day, one of the children said, Madam, let me tell you something. Then she said that the girl is pregnant. It wasn't an easy thing for me. Why? Because there is COVID. We are home. There's money to buy food. There's no whatever to do anything. And so she had to be with somebody. And these girls are girls who know nothing. So if you give them at least 5 cedis or 10 cedis, you become like a god to them. So they easily follow these men around and then they get pregnant. The minute they get pregnant, the boys or men are lost. So we have a lot of the girls getting pregnant and not having children, not having fathers. It's a problem, and you try as much as possible to work it out, help out, but it's not easy to do it. Recently, I went to someone to get me sanitary towels, pads. I gave it an amount of money, and I know how much that amount of money, the number of pads it can buy. But she came back with, let's say the amount of money can buy 10 pads. This time she came back with 6 pads. And I'm asking her why. And she said they have been increased. I'm like, how? So if it was 5 cedis, now a pack of pad is 8 cedis, 50 pesos. And I am asking myself that girl in Atobiase DA school, how is she going to get 8 cedis, 50 pesos every month to buy a pad to use? Now, this is what is going to happen. Because she can't buy the pad, she won't come to school. Because she would have to have her monthly, it's no fault of hers that she has a monthly flow. She hasn't done anything wrong. It's not a punishment. It's not anything. But it has to come because she's a woman. But for whatever reason, she can't afford it. She can't buy it. And so it's 2 things. Either they go the unhygienic way or they resort to men or whoever giving them money to buy. This is not to say that all the girls there are doing that, no. But we have some serious situations. Some of the girls are saying, because of how far their parents are, they are staying in town or nearby towns with family members, friends. Some are just staying with total strangers because their parents are like, oh, I need my child to stay in town and then go to school. And so someone decides that, okay, come and stay by me. And that person who is saying, come and stay by me, is not able to feed herself and her children. Then feed you and then buy pad on top of it for you. 8 cedis, 50 pesos every month. And if you are a heavy bleeder, it means I have to take 2 pads or something like that. So it means at the end of them, every month, you are going to spend like almost 20 cedis for your flow, monthly flow. And it's a problem. These girls can't afford it. This month, May, 28th May is menstrual hygiene day. I thought about it that, okay, so why not put something together and get some people who have the heart to help us donate, and let's be able to support these girls. I know it won't be enough, but then it is better than nothing. If we can start now, probably by the end of the year, we would have been able to supply every child with it. So basically, that is what we are here. I'm here for. Let me put it that way. I hope I'm not talking too much.
Not at all. I mean, you are giving us what we need. And you know how you guys always laugh at me that I get goosebumps. Well, guess what? Not only did you give me goosebumps, but when you shared the story about the child staring at the wall, that actually teared me. You know, that was it for me. And I mean, it's obvious from you sharing these stories, even your own childhood and the influences leading to what you do now. It's obvious, yes, the bravery was there because, I mean, you pulling your mates to go and demonstrate is like already, I don't know if I would ever do that. I don't know. And then it sounds to me that you've been a giver at heart for the longest time, you know. It's just, and as you were speaking, I was like, it's as if you are an ambassador for these girls and boys, of course, and you are just here sharing their stories. You shared story about a girl, other girls, and this boy and all that. And it's amazing. I mean, you are an enlightened young woman from Ghana. You went to my school, Archbishop Porter Girls. You can have any amazing job in the world, but you chose to stay in this village or these villages actually, so that you can help these. It's just, you know, it takes a calling to do this. It's not just seriously, because Barbara, you can be anywhere you want to be, you know, but you to be there. It's just,
you know, I've had people ask me why. Just recently, someone called and said, "Look, you better relocate to Accra." And I'm like, "Okay, what's happening in Accra?"
That's a good one.
With all you are doing, you should be in Accra. I said, "Okay, I will, but not relocate. Your traffic alone, I can't stand it."
I know, right?
You realize. You realize you can't move, because I feel like if we are all moving to Accra and Kumasi and the big cities, what's going to happen to the girls here?
Absolutely.
Because I remember one day, a girl, she was in Form 1. I was teaching English. I think we were writing about the work I want to do. It's something, I've forgotten whatever we were doing. Then I asked her, why does she want to? She said she wants to go to school to become like me. I'm saying, I want her to be more than me. Okay. Now, then I just called her and said, look, tell me the reason why I want to become like me. She said that she wants to be able to just get up at the end of the month when she has worked, enter the banking hall, take out a checkbook, write any amount of money because it has come. Buy everything she needs. That is her only aim, to buy the things she needs. Not, she said, Madam, I don't want to buy like clothes and shoes. I mean, they are okay, but I want to buy, like at the end of the month, I'll go and buy things and come and prepare food and eat. It was something else. They talk about the basic things, and you realize that we take a whole lot of things for granted. We take so many things for granted. So it's being here. It's okay. I love it.
Oh, absolutely. I think you do when you belong with these kids and they need you, you know. And I'm sure it also brings something to you, you know, you being there. It's a win-win. So, I mean, I have to just commend you. And I know you are into so many things, but today I don't feel like today is. We will need to have a part 2, then we can talk about you being also the sexy baker. But just to wrap up on this conversation, if you can share with this menstrual hygiene day coming up and this activity, how can people be a part of this? Because I'm sure, like me, there's someone listening and thinking, oh my God, how much is a pad? I need to perhaps sponsor a girl for a year or something. What do I do? So please share more details about this so people can join.
Okay, so we want to have boxes of pads. Mm-hmm. Like if I had my way, I need about maybe 200 or 300 boxes of pads where we can keep them and have every girl have it, like a supply of it. Mm-hmm. Then they don't have to add the idea of buying pad at the end of the month to their already burdened minds.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are having this program. Is an event I want to have in the school. Menstrual Hygiene Day at Atobiase. That's the name, at Atobiase. Mm-hmm. And then during that program, we have nurses who are coming to talk to the children about menstrual hygiene. I have some of the girls telling me that they are feeling shy to talk about it. Mm-hmm. One day, 2 girls were fighting, and one just opened their mouth and said, "Oh, shame on you, menstruation girl." And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
What does that mean? Like, she felt she was insulting the other one because the other one had her menses earlier. Mm. And she was so like small. So, and I'm like, I called the 2 girls and then we had a talk. And the second one felt, okay, I always thought it was a bad thing to have menses. So she's been praying that she will not have it. So when we come to the classrooms and we are teaching that you are going to have your menses and it's going to be like this, and in her head, she's saying that, Jesus, I don't want this. Let this cup pass over me and I'm for real. So how are you going to give birth? We made jokes out of it and all that. But I realized that most of them still have that mind. And some of these minds are coming from the things they've heard in the homes. So I've invited some nurses to come and talk to them about these things. And then that day too, we want to share the sanitary towels to the kids. We want to give them. I'm planning on having 5 different schools come to Atobiase DA Basic School. So we have Fenya Kobo, we have Atobiase RC, Apeja RC, Apeja D, then Kremo Chrome. We are inviting all these schools. They are the school, the immediate surroundings. They are the ones closer to us. I'm praying that by the grace of God next year, I'll be able to do the whole of the Edubiase district. So we'll have them come. And then, so we are looking at about between 350 and 400 girls.
Okay.
For now. And then we want to give at least each girl should get at least 3 or 4 parts just for this time. And then if we get more, then we give them the supply for the whole year. Okay. So that is basically what we are looking at. Okay. And so I want to plead with people, whoever can hear me, that if you can buy one pad is 8 cedis, 50 pesos. So if you can donate 8 cedis, 50 pesos or more, we'll be very grateful. You would have helped a girl stay in school. Mm-hmm. Now, our main aim is to have all the girls in school. I wouldn't want any girl to ask anybody for money for pad so that the person will take advantage of them. So please, if you can hear me and if you can help out, please, you can give us the pads. If you can get a box of pads, I'll be very grateful. I'll give my number out and then maybe you can call and then we'll take it from there. Am I allowed to?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so please, you can call me on 0242 744 894. 0242 744 894. If you are outside Ghana, it is +233 242 744 894. That is what we want to do. on that day. And then we'll have a little refreshment for the girls. I mean, we need to enjoy because we have met and then we are special. We are fabulous like that. We have to have a little fun. So basically, that is what we are doing on that particular day. 28th May is a Saturday. So we are shifting it to 27th May, which is the Friday.
Okay.
So we program at Atobiase Basic School. And then the time is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. in the morning. That's when we are starting the program. Okay. So if anybody can help us, you can send Momo to the same number. The name is Barbara Acquah. Barbara Acquah. 0242 744 894. Yeah.
Okay. So Barbara, before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you so much for not just giving me goosebumps, but helping me tear up this evening. And then thank you for sharing about being the sexy baker and all. And before I let you go, I have a few short questions I'll ask you, and you just complete the sentences by responding with your response. So the first one is, if I could advise my younger self in one short sentence, I would say,
go for it. Just go, live fearless, go for it. Spread your wings, fly. Just go for it. You know, growing up, you get scared because we're living in a time where it wasn't easy to just come out and do certain things. But now, my younger self, from age 16, I would tell her, look, Barbara, go for it. Follow that dream. Fulfill it. That is all. Just go for it.
Fabulous. The second one is, I am fabulous because...
I am fabulous because God took his time and created me. And that's special. That's all. He just took his time and created me. So everything I do is different, is special, and that is why I am fabulous.
Bless you. And then finally, one book that has greatly helped me in business is?
My newest found love, the 10X Rule.
Grandpapa.
Oh my word. Hey, I can't believe, I've had that book. I think it was on one of my devices, but I had never read it. For whatever reason in our mastermind class, Amma decides that we are reading the 10X. And Amma, what is that? Give us something more, But I started listening to the thing. I've had to change a lot of my targets I set for myself. Yes. I don't do the New Year resolution, like 31st night, people write, I'll do this, I'll do that. I do them on the 8th of April, on my birthday. That's my New Year.
Okay.
And so I had written them down. But after I had listened to the book like 2 or 3 times, I have changed so many things in them. I'm surprised. Even some decisions I've taken now because of the book. And I wish everybody would read it and just catch something.
Yeah.
The 10X Rule. Charlie, it's a powerful book.
It is so powerful. So do you think this month too, we should use that same book for our challenge?
Yes, we should. We should use it. I think we should. I listen to it at least 10 minutes every day. Listen to the whole book like 3-4 times. But then every 10 minutes every day, I listen to it as I'm going to work and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. We thank him. Our grandpapa Grant.
Yes.
He's done
very well.
Seriously, he doesn't know how his words is keeping us going.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you so much, Barbara. You are an amazing woman. I hope you always remember that. Well, I know there will be days that you won't remember that. Any day that you find yourself feeling low, just give me a call and ask me to remind you why you are amazing. Okay? We don't need
today in my school, we had a situation, and so the CS, they had to come there, and then they are talking about something. I'm like, I'm tired. I won't teach again. Then the CS looks at me and it's like, oh, is that what you're saying? you are not only going to teach, you are going to do more than teach. So don't worry yourself. I'm just looking at the man like, for real. we get very low. I know some of the parents don't get the fact that we also love the children like our own.
Yeah.
And so there are lots of challenges, but by the grace of God, we are moving, we are going.
We move.
We are not robots or whatever. We feel, but by the grace of God, we are moving.
Yeah. And God is opening more doors for us all in His name.
Amen.
Yeah. So thank you so much for making time. And I look forward to an opportunity to visit New Edubiase very soon, if God makes the way soon.
It won't be a bad idea. Amma, if you could just pass by and wave at my children, that would be it for us.
With God, all things are possible. All we have to do is desire, and then He just puts.
Yes. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, hey, Charlie, I'm getting excited.
Yes. It will happen. And I
wish. Amen. It will be lovely.
Yeah. So not only did this lady give me my usual goosebumps, she really got me tearing up. It was that story about the young girl for me, just staring at the wall. And I was just picturing, I don't know this girl. I don't know how the building even looks like, but I was just picturing it. And to God be the glory. It's amazing what God can do through us when we allow ourselves. I'm so proud of Barbara, and I'm proud of women and men like her, who are braving it out there in places that some of us don't even know exist. And you're doing what you can for people. God bless you all. And I want to just encourage you, if you're listening to this and you feel like, okay, Menstrual Hygiene Day, there's something I can do to support these girls, please go on ahead and reach out to Barbara. She shared her number. I'm also leaving it in the caption. Reach out to her, support. Let's go ahead and show our love to these girls. You never know whose life will be touching, and God is blessing us all. So thank you for listening. Thank you, Barbara. And until I come your way again, don't forget, if this has blessed you, please share it, spread the word, okay? And subscribe to the channel, of course. You take care.